Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby. This is Hive and Harvest, and today we are finally getting to my big cooking day. Now, I bought a pressure canner, which I'm very excited about because 4 Jars had a deal going on and I was thinking about buying one anyways. So that has not come in the mail yet, which is kind of a bummer, but that is okay, because we will do what we can today, and I don't know if I would be pressure canning that stuff anyways. But I made my list. So I have 2 big things that I want to do today. I have 4 things that I want to make in the kitchen, and then I have 4 cleaning and decluttering projects that I want to do at the same time, kind of, sort of. We'll see how it goes. A lot of what I'm going to be doing is clearing out some of the actual food, so I think that it will work well. But I have my list here. So my 4 cleaning goals is to organize my 2 pantries, or our 2 pantries, clean out the fridge. That shouldn't need too much because I just cleaned it out like a week or 2 ago, but just clearing out food, I'm not gonna like wipe it down or anything. And then going through my freeze-dried food storage. So I will show you guys in a minute what all of that looks like. And then my 4 recipes that I want to make today are chili, butternut squash chili, lemon poppy seed bread, and granola. Now, a lot of those things I haven't been able to make because we didn't have a lot of ingredients, but now we got our Azure order, if you saw my previous video. And we should be able to make them now. Beans, but I did some research and they say that 1/2, like a heaping 1/2 cup equals 1 15-ounce can once it is made. So both of my recipes called for 30 ounces of beans and I doubled both of them. So that would be 60 for each. So I have 120 here. And because I'm using an equal amount of both, I was going to mix them, but I think that I may not do that because these beans are a different size. I definitely did not show it. These beans are a different size. So I have looked up a faster way to soak beans, and they say all you do is cover them in water, bring them up to a boil for 1 minute, and then once they are boiled for 1 minute, you turn it off and you let them sit there for an hour, and then you drain them, and then you cook them the whole way. So hopefully this will work. And if it doesn't, I will let you guys know. I'm going to make my granola first. So I don't know if you can read it, but even though this says white rice on the top, it is oats. It is our leftover oats from our previous bucket. So I believe this recipe is pretty simple. I'm going to preheat the oven to 300. So I preheated my oven to 300, and it's very simple. All you do is mix your wet ingredients together, mix your dry ingredients together, cover your wet ingredients, and mix it all together, and then bake it. Essentially, I've never used this recipe before. I used to make a crock pot granola that we liked. The flavor was good. I mean, granola is pretty simple. You can kind of customize it however you want. The only issue with it was we didn't get like nice big chunks. So I'm hoping that by baking it and maybe adding a little bit more liquid to it, I will negate that issue. So I'm going to mix these together. I just pulled my granola out of the oven and I'm gonna let it cool down. I'm preheating the oven so that I can put the lemon loaves in. Beans are doing pretty good. What I will probably do is let them sit for a while longer. I will let them sit until after I go to the store, and then when the time comes, I will drain them and cook them the rest of the way. Since we talked last, I've added 3 more things that I'm planning on doing today. One of them is still up in the air depending on what I can find at our farmer's market whenever I go out, but I have all of these different types of mint from last year that I freeze dried that are not going, we are not going through them as fast as I would have hoped. I'm going to make a little tea blend, which I'm not going to show you guys. I'm just going to mix some of them together. But the other 2 things that I'm going to do is I'm making my mint chocolate chip cookies, which are delicious, that will use some of this mint. And then I also have on the stovetop, it is a mint simple syrup that I'm using to make my drink of the week for tomorrow. So my drink of the week is going to be mint limeade. So it's they're basically virgin mojitos. So I'm making that right now, and I will link both of those recipes below. But I'm going to start this butter going for the cookies, and I'm going to steep the mint in the butter. Back from the store, I went to our local farmers market and Aldi. So at the farmers market, I got some onions, and I also got a couple ears of corn and some cantaloupes. They had $1 cantaloupes that are like on their way out. So I think that I might try and freeze dry these. I've seen people freeze dry cantaloupe before. I'm kind of scared of it because I feel like it's gonna be terrible, but I don't know why it would be, because like other freeze dried fruit is fine. So I'm just worried that it's gonna be like super chalky, I guess. But I'm going to try it. It was $5 for all of them. So if it fails, it's $5 down the drain, but it's not the end of the world. So I think if my dad and brother want to eat these for dinner, I think we'll just have these ears of corn for dinner. And then from Aldi, I got some frozen corn for the chili. I got some sour cream just because we were out and we top our chili with sour cream. And I got some tomato paste and 2 different types of diced tomatoes. I got regular ones and then the fire roasted ones. And then I also got some more bags of chocolate chips. We have some chocolate chips, but I feel like we're always running out of chocolate chips. So I bought 6 bags of those. And I believe right now I'm going to make the cookies, I think. Or at least get the cookie dough ready. I don't know if it has to chill or not, but I'm at least going to assemble the cookie dough after I put all this stuff away. And then I will move onto the chilies. I decided that I'm not going to make the vegetable soups today. This lemon poppy seed loaf has been cooling for at least an hour, if not probably 2. Oops. So I'm going to try a piece. I made enough glaze for only one of them. So this is the one that has the glaze on it. Delicious, Kato. Very good. That is one recipe gone well. I also tried a little bit of this granola. I was trying to let it cool so that it would be clumpy. And it was also very good. The only thing that I did different about this is I added coconut to it. I added some coconut flakes, but everything else is according to the recipe. I just cleaned up the kitchen a little bit. I've got my beans cooking right now. I drained them and I rinsed them off a little bit and then put more water and salt on. And I'm going to boil them until they're done. And I'm going to start cooking my meat for my chili. I'm using venison, but you can use ground beef or whatever you want to. I'm using 2 pounds of ground meat for each. I think that right now I'm going to do, if they'll fit, I'm going to do the butternut squash recipe in here, like the whole size of it, and then I'm going to split the other one between these 2 pots once the beans are done. chilies are done. I added a little bit of liquid smoke. We get this liquid smoke from Azure Standard. It has much better ingredients than most of them. Literally all it is hickory smoke concentrate. So I added a little bit of that. And the last thing that I'm going to do before I have to clean up for the day is freeze dry all of this cantaloupe. I just finished cleaning up the kitchen. All that is left is for me to put these in the freeze dryer, and once the chili cools down later, I will put it into containers and put it in the freezer. I might leave a little bit out for us to eat, but most of it I will probably freeze. But, oh, also I forgot. These I'm going to take to Sam's house to bake up. That is it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will make sure to put all of my recipes that I used today down below, and I hope to see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.